Sure, I'll say it again. You're a disease. If you're a Christian, even worse, an evangelical, or even worse than that, a traditional Catholic, you are a disease on this nation and must be eradicated immediately by any means possible. That's what they're trying to do. And if you're a Christian, you better wake the fuck up pretty goddamn soon, or you're going to lose your religious freedoms.
We have a new array of anti-cult activists, podcasters, social media influencers, oddly, even cybersecurity people and people working for U.S. government agencies, seeming to be trying to make religious trauma a new diagnosis in the DSM.
Brief definition of religious trauma syndrome. RTS is the condition experienced by people who are struggling with leaving an authoritarian, dogmatic religion and coping with the damage of indoctrination.
To do this would create a legal footing for the accusation of spiritual abuse, which would now be seen as trauma from simply growing up in a religious family. It's also significant to note that the choice to demonize other political and cultural groups is also happening. The word cult is being expanded well beyond religion to apply to Republicans and other political groups, and very, very specifically anybody hesitant about mRNA vaccine therapies. The people promoting anti-cult demonization are extremely powerful. One example would be Paul Offit from the National Institute of Health.
These aren't religious choices in that they put their child at unnecessary risk, or in the case of choosing not to get a vaccine, those with whom they come in contact. These acts should not be given the legal protection of religion.
We also should think about a figure named Adam Grant, who's a professor at University of Pennsylvania. We know he has ties to the World Economic Forum. He also has been publishing anti-cult messaging.
If I'm a preacher and a prosecutor, I've already decided that I'm right and you're wrong. You're the one who needs to think again, but I get to freeze my beliefs. One of the most compelling alternatives to preaching, politicking, and prosecuting is to think like a scientist. Thinking like a scientist means valuing the pursuit of knowledge instead of foolish consistency or pride or conviction.
I believe that all of these are mechanisms of reflexive control designed to shape public opinion. In other words, in the US and globally, the choice to demonize religious groups is part of a campaign to ensure religious regulation.